What makes you think I'm not interested in fashion?
Welcome back to my channel. It's Sydney here, and today we're going to be ranking trends. I'm really excited actually. I have it all on my iPad clearly. I made a template on Canva, and I thought this would be really interesting because a lot of the fashion videos that I film at the moment are just me talking, going through each trend, but we don't actually sit and rank them. And I feel like in 2026 so far, like we've definitely talked about a lot of trends, and so far there have been so many different ones going around and a lot of ones that I actually have opinions on. And I thought what better way to actually show and talk about more trends with making it a little bit more interesting than actually tier ranking them. So in this video, we're going to have 25 trends and I have 5 categories and we're going to be ranking them by each category. But the kicker on this is that I can only put 5 trends in one category. After that, it's out. I can't put nothing else in there. So the categories, because we need to get to that, I have Makes Me Feel Like Her, which this is going from top to bottom. Wait This Eats, She's Cute, I Guess, I'll Wear It Maybe, and then the last one is Not My Vibe. I think this is gonna be really fun. Also, definitely feel free to rank some of these trends down below as well. Or what you can do is comment below your ranking. So we're gonna give 25 trends and you can let me know like how you would rank these trends. The first one that I want to talk about is actually ballet flats, and honestly this is a banger, first of all, because ballet flats are some of the most versatile pairs of like flats or shoes, whatever you want to call it, that you can actually wear. There's so many different kinds. Like we have the Chanel ones with the many different colors and color blocks. We also have the Alaya ones, which are like that crochet mesh vibe. There's literally flats that are like leopard print. We have ones with spikes, suede, satin. I just think flats are so amazing. But I do want to be very realistic with this video, in the sense of the things that I actually wear, you know, because sometimes my rankings are based off of things that I really love but I don't always own. I think that this would have to be Wait This Eats, and the only reason I'm putting that there is because I won't say that, like if I want to say Makes Me Feel Like Her, I want to kind of put that in like something that I actually wear every single day or something that I'm always wearing. Now granted, there's not a lot of things in here that I wear every single day, but I want to be realistic and I don't want to rank it too high, so we're gonna put this in the category of Wait This Eats. All right, so the next trend that I have here is the color blue. Ooh, and you guys know blue is my favorite color. This is really biased for me at this point because I absolutely love blue. I will say that right now we do have a lot of people wearing a lot more color. I feel like especially in the spring, so we may even have like that icy blue color. I've also been seeing that cobalt blue a little bit more, and just blue in general, people mixing it up and just wanting to add a little bit more character to their outfits. Honestly, I love blue, and it's so funny that I even say this because I was planning on wearing blue in this video. I had a blue blouse on. I ended up just switching on to the white one. Let me be for real. You know what? Let me see. Let's actually move the ballet flats up to Makes Me Feel Like Her, because you know what? I wanted to be realistic, but at this point, let's just talk about things I like. Okay, we don't have to be completely realistic. I mean, we are, but in the same sense, like I really want to be able to rank these properly. So you know what? Ballet flats, we're going to move that up to Makes Me Feel Like Her. And then as far as the blue, I'm going to put that in Wait This Eats. I really love blue, and again, this is probably very biased of me because clearly blue is my favorite color, but I quite think that it does belong in Wait This Eats. All right, so the next category that I have here is fringe. I actually did this like opposite. I was supposed to do fringe first and then the blue, but whatever. So fringe, honestly, I think fringe is really cute, but my only thing about fringe is that I don't own any and it always looks good on other people. But then when you look at me, I'm like, I don't know. I think that fringe is nice, but to me, it definitely gives like Western vibes. It's definitely for a certain look. And I think that it'd be really cute, like for concerts or just maybe like going out to a show. But I don't know that it would be every day in my life, you know? I think it would be really cute. But I won't say that this is something that I'm like, oh, I'm absolutely obsessed with this. Now, there's so many different cute frill things. I have yet to actually dabble in it. It's not necessarily my style. I do think it's really cute. I'm gonna just put it in She's Cute, I guess. Like, and also I do want to mention, like, obviously if some of these things you really enjoy, like I don't want to knock what you enjoy. This is just us kind of, you know, being fun, having fun, and ranking things. So I'm gonna put that in she's cute, I guess. I like frills, but it's not up there for me. All right, so the very next trend that I have on here is messy hairstyle. So this has anything to do with like updos, messy hair, curly hair, wavy hair, straight hair. Honestly, I love messy hair. I mean, my hair is not like super messy right now. I curled her yesterday, but I didn't recurl her for the video. And honestly, whenever I am down, like I just put my hair up in like a messy, I'm saying down, but like whenever my hair is old, I love to just put my hair up in a messy updo style. And then I just love the way messy hair looks on me personally, because I have fine, very thin hair. So messy hairstyles are usually what I love. I don't want to rank her too high, but I'm not gonna lie, she does eat. So we're gonna put her in wait this eats, or should I do makes me feel like her? No. We're gonna keep what I said. Wait this eats. All right, so the next thing I have here is butter yellow. Honestly, I will say that I fell through to the butter yellow trend last year, I believe, and I ended up buying a couple things butter yellow, and guess where they are now? I donated. I'm not saying I don't like butter yellow, but I really do feel like this is such a summer spring color. This is not an all-around color in my opinion. It really does give vacation, it gives bright, and I definitely love it for the spring summer season. However, I don't see me wearing it like every single day. And for that, I am going to put it in, I'll wear it maybe. Not that I don't like butter yellow, because trust me, I really do. I love it, but I'm also thinking about practicality. And that's definitely not the first color that I'd wear. And it's crazy how I'm putting that over blue, but clearly I told you guys I was biased. I did say that. The next trend that we have here is the Puma ballet flat sneakers. I actually owned one pair of these. They were in silver, but I got the wrong size. I think I ordered them from like Essence, and I ended up returning them because again, they were just way too small. And then another thing is that my feet are really narrow. And I never really know how certain flats or just, you know, shoes like this, I don't know how they're going to fit because I have a very skinny, very thin foot. So I can't say that they're going to be something that I would absolutely wear. It's funny because I've tried to get into wearing different things like this. And I do think it's really cute, but I definitely would have to try these on in store to really get like an idea of them. It's just the simple fact that some things look good in a picture or with an outfit. I don't know how practical they are, but I do think they're really cute, and for that, I'm gonna put them in she's cute, I guess. All right, so our very next trend that we have here is lace detailing, or just lace in general. I've been seeing a lot of like lace dresses, lace under like button-ups, like they have a little bit of lace coming out of, you know, it's just a lot of different lace. I'll probably put a little inspo picture so that you guys can kind of get the gist of it. Honestly, I don't own that much lace. I think I might own maybe one or two things. I do think it's cute. However, I feel like there's always an occasion for it. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I do love the way lace looks, and I don't know. I mean, I don't own a whole lot of it, but I do always love seeing different people pull off different lace looks. And for that reason, you may not know where this is going, but I'm gonna put that in makes me feel like her. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. The fact that I ranked it that high and then I literally started off by saying, but no, I do like lace. I have to give it that. All right, the very next thing that I have here is, I think this is the Peter Pan collar. I think I might have had one item like this before. I think it's super cute on other people, but it's not necessarily my style. And it's really odd because I feel like I might actually like it. I think it would be really cute. It gives me very like whimsical vibes. I think it's super cute. However, it's not necessarily my style. So for that reason, I'm going to put this in not my vibe. And it's not because I don't like it, because I do think some people definitely pull it off. But again, it's not necessarily my style. The next trend that we have here is peplum. Crazy thing is that I went in this video thinking that I would probably put this in not my vibe. But guess what I'm wearing, you guys? Yeah, so no, I actually love peplum, and I think it's just the fact that I just needed to try something on, and that's so funny that I even have this on. This is from Shein, by the way. I'll try to link it down below for you guys. And you know what? I actually like peplum, and my reaction when putting this on was, wait, this eats. So that's exactly what I'm gonna rank it, because it does eat, and I think it's cute. Now, I don't know why I was a little indecisive about it, but I think that it just depends on the cut and the fit of the item, and I think it eats. Wow, we only have 2 more categories left for that. I don't know. Ooh, okay. So the next thing I have here is big sunglasses, and I've talked about this trend plenty of times in saying how much I love them. I love blue light glasses too. Like, these are definitely something that I love. However, I've worn big sunglasses before in the summer, and for some reason, because my face is really small, I don't always love the way it looks on me. I think that these blue light glasses though are stunning, very cute. But if we're talking more about like the sunglasses, I'm actually just going to put this in, she's cute, I guess, because you know what, I still do wear big glasses, big sunglasses, not necessarily, but I think they're kind of one and the same, obviously. So I'm gonna put that in she's cute, I guess. The very next trend that I have here is bralettes under tops. I do think it's cute. Would I say that it eats? You know, I feel like this is very much effortless. Like, I don't think that people always have, or initially people didn't always have the intention to go in and be like, oh, my bra's kind of showing or whatever. And I do like it. I think it's cute. Given that I only have a certain amount of choices, I'm actually just going to put this in I'll wear it maybe. I do think it's cute though, but it's not something that I would go for on a day-to-day basis. So that's gonna go in that category. The next category I have here is vintage handbags. Y'all already know how I feel about this. I've made a whole video dedicated to vintage shopping on like Poshmark and eBay. So there's not much that I really do need to say about it. But the fact is that you should be vintage shopping, and if you haven't already, I don't know what you're doing. But we're gonna put this in makes me feel like her, because obviously if I would have ranked this any smaller, I feel like you guys would have been like, oh, who are you? You're not the real Sydney, because clearly. Oh my gosh, you guys, like, I feel like I'm getting so, I don't even have that many in ranking that says not my vibe, and I need to get some there. Because at this point it's like, yeah. Okay, so the next thing that I have here is athletic or like tracksuits as like everyday wear. Now, I really love this because it definitely gives model off duty, and I'm always one to wear like a 2-piece tracksuit type set. However, not in this exact silhouette. I'm usually more of like the mini flares, tight fitted track tops or jackets. However, this is really cute. It's very casual, and you know what? I do own a lot of baggy pants, so I feel like this is definitely something that it's definitely between like she's cute, I guess, and I'll wear it maybe. But the thing is, I have worn something like this. So you know what? I'm gonna put this in she's cute, I guess. I do think she's a little bit cuter than that, but I don't want to rank too high with what we have at stake. So let's move on. Next thing I have here is side parts. First of all, side parts was never a trend for me. It's a lifestyle. Like, if you know me, you know I've been a side part girl through and through. As you can see, I mean, yeah, of course. And you know what? I hate to do this, but this makes me feel like her. I love a side part. I love a bust down manner, don't get me wrong, but side part with a flip, a little bit of bang action, yeah, unbeatable at this point. She has to get highly ranked, because at this point, like, side part is me. I am her. The next category that I have is the skirt belt, or like the skirt dress belts. What people have been doing is actually wearing like the skirts over the tops, over the dresses, over the pants. I don't like it. And I'm not saying that I don't like it on them, because I think that some of these looks look very editorial, very cute, very chic, but it's not my vibe. I probably would not do anything like this. So I'm just gonna put that in not my vibe. Not that I think it's like ugly and not cute, because I do think it's pretty cute, but it's not something that I personally see myself wearing. So that's where that's gonna go. The next trend that I have here is barrel jeans. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. When I first saw barrel jeans, I was like, ew. I don't like these. And I also think it's just because of the way that it was styled, and I just was not really a fan of it, because I have seen individuals style barrel jeans and it looks stunning, so cute. But with my silhouette, my body type, I do not personally think they would look good on me. For some reason, it kind of gives me pirate, and I don't know, like it just looks strange. But I'm not hating on barrel jeans, first of all. Let me say that, because I do think some people pull them off incredibly well. And your style is your own. Wear what you want to wear. Like, don't let anybody tell you, oh, you can't wear this. But me personally, I'm never wearing a barrel jean. Let me never say never, right? But I have not, I don't feel like investing in them because I don't think they're gonna look good on me. So I'm gonna put that in not my vibe. Next trend I have here is jeans with heels. I think that jeans with heels definitely can dress up an outfit. I feel like it can make it look really, really chic, very, very cute. For that reason, I'm gonna put that in Wait This Eats. I absolutely love a good heel with the jean. I've done it a couple times. I just think it makes the silhouette of the outfit just really flow, especially a heeled boot. Oh, sign me up for a heel boot, honestly. So yeah, no, that's gonna go in Wait This Eats. Oh gosh, we're getting really like, ooh, we're getting real tight. Okay, next category that I have here. Ooh, okay, this is fun. Polka dots. This is really fun, and it's really fun because we've talked about polka dots on my channel quite a bit. I think that has been a trend that everybody has loved. However, I always say that I need to hop on that trend and get it, but one thing about me is that I get tired of prints quite easily. I did get the polka dot Lululemon set, but have I worn it yet? No. Have I tried it on? Yes. I've made videos about it, but I have not worn it out yet, and it's because, I don't know, it's just something about it that, like, I don't know, sometimes I'm a little tired of polka dots, and for that very reason, I'm gonna put that in I'll wear it maybe. And the only reason I say that is because it's just such a trendy thing. I think it's really cute, don't get me wrong. Like, we've talked about polka dots endlessly, but in my opinion, it's kind of getting worn so much, and I'm also just getting a little tired of it, a little bored of it. Not to say that I don't still like it, because I do think it can be executed very well, but me personally, it's in the I'll wear it maybe category in this point of my life. Okay, so the next category that I have here, this is, what are these? Okay, so tracksuit shorts. That's funny. I didn't even realize I put this. So specifically the Adidas capri pants. I do think this is really cute. But in my opinion, it definitely is for a certain vibe. And I'm not saying that's not my vibe. I really want to think hard and long hard and long about this, because, like, would I wear this? I feel like it can be styled really cute, and the way I'm seeing it, like, it definitely gives model off duty, but I just don't know if this is me. One thing about me, I hate when, like, pants don't touch my ankles. It's either gonna be like a capri, a true capri right below the kneecap. I don't like things like on my ankles. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, I'm not a fan of things on my ankles. So, oh my gosh, I ran out of storage. I'm sorry, I was screen recording and I ran out of storage. I think that we're gonna put this in I'll wear it maybe. It's just because I don't know if it's a definite no for me, because I think it's cute. Oh wait, let me think. No. Let's not think too much. Let's just put it there. All right, so our next category that we have here, what is this? Oh, okay, this is like polo rugby type tops. I do think this is really cute. Now, I'm a little iffy about stripes because I feel like, again, I get really bored with patterns, but for some reason I've been loving like the button-up polo, like rugby stripe styled tops. Goodness, that was like a tongue twister mouthful. I'm gonna put that in because I can't, like, I'm gonna put that in she's cute, I guess. But honestly, I feel like she's definitely cuter than she's cute, I guess. So we're gonna put that in. Okay, she's cute, I guess, is out. We can't put nothing else in here. All right, it's getting tough out here. Next category. So let's see. I'm trying to make sure I didn't, like, miss anything, because 1, 2, 3. Okay. So next category that I have here, it is animal print. I like animal print. I'm not gonna lie, it's super cute. However, animal print is not always practical for me. Like, it's not 100% my vibe, if I'm gonna be honest. And for that very reason, I'm so sorry, but it's gonna go on not my vibe. Now, that is not to say that animal print is not beautiful, because you guys, like, we're being realistic here. I think animal print is super cute. However, I don't wear a lot of animal print, if I'm being honest. Sometimes I get really overstimulated with patterns and mixtures and such. So I don't always pick out things like that, especially for me, because I think about practicality. And for me, it's not always practical for me to wear something like animal printed or whatever, but I do think it's cute. It's not 100% my vibe. Now, if you see me with some animal print next week, don't say anything. Again, we're just talking to talk. This category I have here are tabbies. Now tabbies, I really do like them visually because I feel like they're really visualizing to the eye. Like they're super visualizing. They're really satisfying to the eye. I like the way they look. I think they're really cute, but the dilemma that I always have with tabbies is that every single time I buy a pair and put them on, I hate the way they look on me. Maybe it's the tabbies I'm buying. I get them from Rugby, and I've hated the way they look. The only ones that I got are like, they're like Margiela dupes and they have like a heel. They're really cute. But other than that, like it's really hard for me to get into tabbies. And to be honest, I'm going to put that in I'll wear it maybe. It's just the simple fact that I have gotten a couple pairs and I've hated the way they looked on me. I low-key feel like a deer with hooves. And I'm not saying I don't like tabbies. It's just the fact that I've tried them out and have like not liked the way they look on me. So yeah, no, that's going to be an I'll wear it maybe, but maybe I will find a pair that I really like that like really conform to my narrow feet. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Next category I have here is this picnic printed. Someone told me what this print is called on one of my videos, but I can't even remember. But I'm going to call it picnic print. Okay. So to be honest, I don't like it and I want to like it. I think it's really cute vacation. And I think I own one thing like this actually in this print and I've worn it maybe once. But other than that, it's not necessarily my vibe. It's super girly though and like dainty, but we have to put it somewhere, you guys. And to be honest, it's not a eats and it's not a makes me feel like her. So it's gonna be here, not my vibe. Okay. We're almost done. We have like we have two categories next. So this next one here, this is lace dresses, or wait, what is this? Oh, okay, no. This is lace with pants. You know what? I thought that this would end up a little bit lower, but I guess I got to it too late. But as I look at it and as I see different people doing it, especially when they do it in a cute way, I'm gonna have to put this in Wait This Eats just because I've never tried it, so I can't even tell you that it makes me feel like her. But yeah, no, so we're gonna put this in Wait This Eats because it does eat. It's really cute. I think I've seen a lot of people do these and like with really nice like trouser bottoms. It's cute. I've seen a couple people do it and I'm like, oh, this is really cute. This eats. So I'm gonna put that up there. And then of course our very last one here, which again, very surprised that this is even ending up here because what is it? Oh, wait, where's okay, so because I'll wear it maybe is when I put the track pants, but this is kind of the same concept. So the fact that this ended up at makes me feel like her and the track pants are I'll wear it maybe. Realistically though, I probably would rank this at like she's cute, I guess. I do think it is cute though, but I think if we're thinking about a realistic rating, it probably wouldn't be all the way at the top. It makes me feel like her. But okay, wow. So we are done with our rankings. I'll put a picture or like a screen at the top so that you guys can exactly see the rankings fully. You guys can let me know what you think of it. Honestly, I feel like most of this is pretty accurate. Like I said, the only thing I feel like I would probably change is this last one. I don't know that this would make me feel like her. I might honestly alternate this one with like the Rugby. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the rankings are nice. Like it's a cool ranking system, but again, like obviously all these trends are things that I absolutely love and like. I mean, of course there are a couple things that are not 100% my vibe, but I definitely still see it being a time and a place for it, and I think that it can be very cute. Again, fashion is so customizable. And what you like is what you like, so I'm not even going to knock that. But this is my ranking. Definitely let me know what you guys think of it. And if you guys want to even see more videos like this where I rank different trends, I feel like this was really fun because instead of just like sitting down naming, going list by list, we're kind of putting these in a category, and we had like limitations. We could only put 5 in one category, which I feel like is really fun. So let me know if there's anything else that you guys want me to rank, or if you guys, like I said, if you guys want me to do any other, let me know if you guys want to see any other videos like this. Again, I had a really fun time making this, and it was fun to kind of just rank these items. So I don't know, I think we're gonna have to do this again. But that was this video, and I know that I said we'd be vlogging, and hopefully Fingers crossed that next week there will be a vlog. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that is today's video, and I hope that you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.